Well, good morning to you, Mr. Mukambi, and your viewers. And I suppose I must say that the chairperson of the ANC in the province has always been clear that there has been a misunderstanding with regards to the submission made by the CFO and what the judge would have finally pronounced on. And therefore, his conscience is clear. He knows he has done nothing wrong and is prepared to go to any length to prove that he had absolutely nothing to do with the so-called PPE scandal in his office.
Yeah.
And as the ANC, we have voted, and I'm sure in the next PEC we'll deliberate on these issues so that there's a stance and there's a view of the ANC around all of these things, including that of Comrade Panyaza.
Yeah, but yesterday you postponed a briefing that was going to communicate the outcomes of a special sitting of the Provincial Executive Committee around these very same matters of PPE corruption. What did the meeting say about an amount that I think so far has yet to be disputed by the office of the Gauteng Education MEC, that 31 million rand was spent sanitizing schools, between 431 million, I should say, sanitizing schools between the period June and September of 2020?
Well, Mr. Mugambi, let's make it clear that the press conference yesterday was nothing to do with the allegation involving Comrade Panyaza and the so-called 431 million used by the department. The press conference was about to inform the people of Gauteng about the decisions of the ANC after its special PEC that was dealing with issues of government or governance in the province, including all led ANC municipalities. So it was nothing about scandal here and scandal there. All of those things will be discussed. Unfortunately, this weekend we have a PEC Lekgotla. So the focus is now shifted to PEC Lekgotla, but the internal processes of the ANC around the issues of allegation and so on are still ongoing.
Yeah.
Immediately after the PEC Lekgotla, I'm sure we'll have a special PEC where we'll receive a report from the Provincial Working Committee to deal with this issue of a PPE scandal and Comrade Panyaza and Comrade Makhura and everyone else that is alleged to have been involved in this matter or that matter.
On the face of it, does the ANC in the province accept or take it as acceptable that such an amount, huge amount, might I add, has been spent cleaning schools during a period, by the way, of about, I think it was 3 months that the schools were closed? But was there a necessity to deep clean these schools with such huge amounts of money when we have a lack of schools in the very same province?
Like I indicated, internal processes have started to unfold. The comrades who have been alleged to be involved in these issues would have met with the provincial secretary, would have met with the provincial office bearers. A report will have been prepared for the provincial working committee. And that report will then be presented to the executive committee for a final executive decision. Until then, there isn't much that I can say the ANC is doing this, the ANC is not doing that. Because as I speak to you, I do not know what is it that Comrade Panyaza will have said in the meeting with the office bearers or in the meeting with the provincial secretary around these allegations.
Well,
we can only come out.
He did say that he was shocked at the amount.
He said he was shocked as the MEC. I'm speaking about Comrade Panyaza as the deputy chair of the province, because as the ANC, we deal with the politics. Issues of governance will be left to the SIU to deal with any other corrupt activity that has been involved. We had set the precedence, if you remember, when there was allegation around Comrade Bandile, Comrade Kusel, and Comrade Loyiso. All these comrades will have met with the office bearers. They will have presented their case. A report will have been compiled, presented to the working committee, and ultimately to the PC for a decision. And the same will happen with Comrade Panyaza and Comrade Makhura. All we are saying for now is that internal process has already started. After the Lekgotla, we'll have a special PC to receive that report and take a decision that we will communicate, by the way, with the people of Gauteng.
Finally, therefore, is that something that you are going to encourage of the MEC, Panyaza Lesufi, to approach the SIU and not only report this matter, but ask for an investigation?
I think it's already the process that he has undertaken in terms of governance issues between him and the Premier. There's already a process of SIU coming into the department, doing investigations and so on and so forth. But politically, give us a chance until that special PEC, probably sometime next week, immediately after the Lekgotla, where we can then have a proper discussion, come to a decision, and then communicate such a decision, like we've always been doing. We have made a commitment that under the new normal, any decision that affects the people of Gauteng, we'll communicate with them.
Well, some people might actually have a problem with that, to say, give us time to follow the necessary processes. Some have said Masuku and Digo were dealt with very swiftly on the basis of a newspaper report. So why the different application of procedure, if you like?
I would not understand what does it mean Masuku and Kusela and Loyiso were dealt with quickly, because I'm indicating the process that they undertook. They met with the provincial secretary, they presented their case. Secretary met with office bearers, presented the issues as were articulated by the comrades involved. The PwC would have received the report from office bearers, and then immediately the report was presented to the PEC, and the PEC came to a determination. And I'm saying the same process is happening. The internal process have undertaken. The comrades Makhura and Comrade Panyaza will have met with the secretary, met with the office bearers. The PwC will receive the report upon the deliberation of the PwC. That report will come to the PEC. It's the same process. It might be an issue of the stagnation in between, because there are other activities that have already been adopted by the last PEC meeting that we had in terms of what is going to happen for the first term of the year. And that those are things are unfolding. Like I'm saying, if it was not because of the Lekgotla this weekend, I am sure we're going to do that. We're going to deal with that issue of Comrade Panyaza and Comrade Makhura this weekend. Unfortunately, there's a Lekgotla that we have to go to. Immediately after the Lekgotla, sometime next week, I'm sure there will be that PEC, a special one, where the Provincial Working Committee will present it to the PEC, their report, for PEC to make a determination. Hence, I'm saying, once that determination has been made, we will communicate with the people of Gauteng. We don't want to be seen to be impatient and so on and so forth when issues of comrades are there alleging their involvement in corruption. We need to do everything thoroughly so that tomorrow, when comrade says, I feel that something has been said and something that was wrong about me, at least as the ANC, we know that our process was clear.
Bones Modise, spokesperson of the ANC in Gauteng, thank you for your time, sir.